Hello, everybody. My name is Andy Sokolovich. I am the Vice President of Economic Development for the Clinton Regional Development Corporation. Welcome back for another episode of the CRDC, that's the Clinton Regional Development Corporation, and Eastern Iowa Community College collaboration, where we interview human resource professionals and understand more robustly what they're doing in the COVID-19 response, also how they perceive workforce moving forward. So I'm joined, as always, by Chris Caves. Chris is down here. Chris, introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. I'm Chris Caves. I'm your Workforce Innovation Coordinator and Trainer for Eastern Iowa Community Colleges.
So Chris, lovely as always. Thanks for joining us. Not only are we interviewing an awesome person in Connie Dell today, but also I trimmed my beard. So I don't know, this is a special time because I received a lot of feedback following these broadcasts that my beard was getting out of control and I looked like I was just like jumping from train to train, right? I was just like a vagabond. So not only from people that watched the show, but also my mother commented on it. So I had to go ahead and trim it down. So today's an exciting day, joined by Connie and the reduction of my facial hair.
Well, thanks for having me on, and you're looking good there, Andy, with the facial hair. Thanks for having me on and joining with Chris too. I'm happy to be here.
So Connie is the HR manager at Elkay in Savannah, Illinois. And if you've ever walked up to a water fountain and you've either filled your bottle or you've bent over to consume that high quality H2O, my guess is that you touched one of Elkay products. So Connie, tell us a little bit about what you do at Elkay and what products they manufacture.
Sure. So I'm actually the HR manager for Savannah, Lanark, and Freeport. So in Savannah and Lanark, we make the water fountains, the bottle filling stations, as well as the outdoor ones. So if you go to a park, a lot of times those are ours as well. Freeport is our distribution center. We opened that a year ago today. So a little anniversary party going on there today.
Nice.
And they distribute not only the drinking fountains and water coolers, but also sinks that we make at some of our other facilities.
And you guys are also dabbling in some like flavored water and stuff like that. I mean, I love being able to come and visit your plants. I hope I'm not really like releasing anything that's top secret.
No, not at all. Our Smart Well is what it's called. It is a flavored unit, and so you can get different flavors, also caffeine added to that, and sparkling water. So that is a new product that we have. And with COVID-19 has come in a new product that we're working on, and it's called Soap Well. And what that does, it allows a unit to be put in different areas to provide hot water, touchless, so people can use the soap dispenser that's touchless, water dispenser that's touchless, wash your hands, and then the towel dispenser is touchless as well. So That is starting production here very shortly.
Now, you just highlighted like a silver lining from this pandemic, right?
Absolutely.
Is as companies start to look at what we can do to become touchless, right? Less germ to germ, hand to hand type of thing. Companies like Elkay are taking advantage of that and creating new products. So I applaud you for doing so because that's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great for a team, and it wasn't. I mean, I won't take credit for it. It wasn't a team out of this location, but it was a team that thought of the idea, kind of got some preliminary drawings and stuff made up, and so we have some additional space in our Lanark facility, and so we're happy to bring it to Lanark and provide jobs in this area, and hopefully it grows. I know there is a need for it now, as I think of the hospitals that are being put into place in different spots. This kind of a unit will be very good to have around.
Yeah, no doubt. So how have you been responding as a company to the COVID-19 pandemic?
Well, it's interesting. I think if you would have interviewed me 4 weeks ago, it would have been a little different than what it is now. I think we've kind of leveled off a little bit in regards to some of the anxiety and stuff that our team members have been experiencing. I think 4 weeks ago when anyone watched the news, there was a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear of coming to work, not because Elkay had cases necessarily in the four walls, but just if in Illinois you're told to shelter in place and we as an essential business are asking people to come to work, there is some anxiety there. So, the HR team has done a great job spending a lot of time talking through those anxieties with people. In regards to putting measures in place, I mean, our leadership team, with support from our corporate team, has done a lot of things in regards to, the standard social distancing, hand washing, finding more hand sanitizer and wipes so those stations can be wiped down more frequently, moving people around, staggering our shifts, moving people from the busier shift to an off shift so that you can have some more of that social distancing and have fewer people in the plant at a time.
Right. So is there anything you've been doing to boost morale? The last time I physically came out and visited you, you were having a little burger burn. I got to crunch down some nice cheeseburgers and some potato chips.
Yeah, it is harder now. So one thing, we are celebrating 100 years this year. So our 100-year celebrations were scheduled for March 28th. So of course that had to be postponed. So there was, a little bit of sadness on the part of the employees. It was going to be a Roaring 20s party. And so we had to put those costumes and stuff aside until later this fall, hopefully. But we're doing small little things within our facilities. We're not bringing food in based on social distancing. We don't want everyone all together, but we are doing trivia contests and just random drawings and giving away gift certificates for local restaurants to be able to support the community and also have a little fun within the plant.
Good. Well, I'm glad to hear that. So I'm going to punt this to Chris. Now, Chris is a workforce professional, and she is focused on what we can do to ensure that companies like Elkay remain fully staffed and are producing at top-notch levels moving forward, even post-COVID-19. Chris?
I think I've recently just met Connie, and I think that the biggest differential for Elkay is the fact that your business has adapted despite this pandemic disruption, as has your workforce. So Connie, can you tell us, what does that look like on the inside when your personnel are adapting in terms of their roles and responsibilities, but also in their behaviors?
Yeah, I think we really have seen everyone really on board with making changes that we've had to put into place. I think flexibility and ability to adapt to change is key for anybody to be successful and have a successful business. And the fact that our team members have been willing to do that so well is just a great tribute to the workforce that we have here.
It's always a challenge, Connie, to get through, certainly something like this, but in terms of what is the silver lining? What optimism, what optimistic message are you sharing with your people to keep them excited about working at Elkay and even tell others in the community about Elkay being a great place to work?
Well, I think we touched on a couple of those things. The fact that we are a family-owned business that has been around for 100 years says a lot for the company, the culture of the company, how much we care for our employees. I think we have spent more time, talking to employees, and not that I don't do that all the time, but we have weekly meetings with all the employees. And so, as you can imagine, we have 350 employees, and to meet with them in small groups of 10 to 15 to be able to answer their questions and go through things, you definitely have an ability to maybe get to know people better. And so there is a silver lining there that even though I knew all of our workforce, you just know them at a different level now, and maybe have shared some concerns that they have about their family. So there is some silver lining there in regards to just, communication efforts that we've put into place, I think has definitely built the trust that our employees have with us, and their willingness just to come talk to us about things, anything that's going on in their life.
Connie, are there opportunities available at Elkay? And I'm specifically asking, what might you say to job seekers or unemployed adults or graduating students about pursuing jobs in the manufacturing industry despite the current coronavirus regulations?
Yeah, so currently we have ceased hiring at this point only because of the training required. So if I'm going to train you, especially in our fabrication department or on the assembly line, I need to be right next to you. And so that has been ceased for a little while. We do plan on opening that up and starting to bring people in based on our production and the fact that as companies start to open up, Elkay is a great place to work because of the things that we have in place. Our touchless drinking fountains, the bottle filling stations are going to be in more demand. And so we're going to need additional people. So whether it's, someone that is going off to college, but maybe they want to come work here for a year or work here part-time while they're going to school, get some experience in manufacturing. I think manufacturing isn't for everyone. For some people, it's just a career step. For some people, they love the fact that they get to build things with their hands every day and show, something at the end of the day, what they've produced. So there is a lot of opportunity. I think, for anyone that's, maybe has been displaced, definitely, for any company around, look at their website, see if they're doing any hiring. I know on ours, we have posted, the hiring process will look different right now. We don't have people coming in to do interviews. We're doing phone screens. but we are compiling a list of candidates that we want to bring in as soon as things open up a little bit more. So definitely job opportunities within Elkay, and I think around the area.
Oh, that's great. So there's actually some work that people could be doing from home right now to research your business or do some of those preliminary activities like shining up that resume to get prepared for when the job market does tick up.
Absolutely. And I think, in regards to, whether it's high school students or college students, I think right now is a great time to network with different people. I encourage people, ask around, like, what do your neighbors do? Okay, so maybe that they work at one particular place, but what do they do? Is that something you might be interested in? For the younger people, ask your friends, what's your mom do? What does your dad do? There are so many jobs out there that people just don't know about, that maybe a college student thinks, well, I want to go into engineering, or I like business, but I don't know what all opportunities there are in business. Manufacturing, there's a great range of business opportunities, but I think really just networking with different people and having them be curious and ask those questions.
Yeah.
Andy, I think Connie makes a great point about the value of networking, especially with virtual tools like we're demonstrating right now.
Yeah, and we've talked about this on past episodes. My neighbor, one works for Clysar here in Clinton. One works at Metform, headed towards Connie's Way in Savannah. And I've got to learn more about what they do just having conversations 6 feet apart across the fences on either side, right? So it is key to professional development is networking. And it doesn't have to stall just because we're not physically connected anymore. We can leverage virtual opportunities like Zoom, like Microsoft Teams, get out there, learn more about what our neighbors are doing. That was a great point, Connie. Thank you so much for contributing that to the show. Chris, do you have anything else?
Yeah, I would just say, Andy, this week has been busy for me in terms of having casual conversations with other adults who have students graduating from high school and are heading off to college. This has been a valuable time to direct people toward high demand industries. And we know manufacturing is one of those high demand industries. So if anybody who's watching this video would like some more information or a connection to industry or education and training partners, I invite them to reach out to any of us on this call today.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And that's a smooth transition to what I was going to promote next. So the Clinton Regional Development Corporation has partnered with Clinton Community College and Eastern Iowa Community College to launch a manufacturing awareness program. And my organization, the Clinton Regional Development Corporation, has partnered with the Clinton Area Chamber of Commerce. We're actually sponsoring 10 seats free for this 100% online opportunity. So I will be sending information out on that. So you'll get information like forklift safety, introduction to assembly, introduction to supply chain management, and upon graduating, again, this is a free online course, you'll receive a certificate in manufacturing fundamentals. And really what that means is that when people like Connie see your resume and they see that you've gone through this program, they know you're focused on a career manufacturing and you are interested in making it a long-term decision professionally moving forward. And that speaks volumes to a hiring professional.
Absolutely.
So Connie, any kind of words of advice or last minute insights you'd like to share with your peers in human resources?
I really think, stay flexible, keep those lines of communication open. I think there's been several of us that have reached out to each other to just bounce ideas off of. It's nice to have someone to share ideas and share resources and wins and struggles. But as we all know, people say when things get back to normal, I don't think things will get back to normal for quite a while, but they are definitely leveling off. So stay positive, and I think we'll all get through this together.
No doubt. So thank you so much to Chris Caves from Eastern Iowa Community College, the Talent Link, for joining me. Thank you for Connie for joining me as always. Connie's an inspiration. I saw her out there running past my house the other day, and she made me feel lazy. So now I get out there and walk briskly because that's all my bones can handle these days. But again, this has been a collaboration between the Clinton Regional Development Corporation and Eastern Iowa Community College, just bringing you information regarding what those professionals on the front lines are doing to keep the business up and rolling and to make sure that we are positioned for a brighter future moving forward post-COVID-19. My name is always Andy Sokolovich from the Clinton Regional Development Corporation, and we'll talk to you guys soon. See ya.